Definitely crazy with the new, transfer rules and COVID and all of that stuff. I mean, ultimately, though, with a lot of newcomers, we were able to come in midsummer, spent the rest of the summer together, did a lot of team bonding things. This is as close a group as I've had. Maybe the group that was similar would be the one with Sarah Cash and that crew that went to the WNIT. But they've really come together, grown together, and playing really well.
What are your thoughts on the transfer portal in general? Because you've lost some players, but you've gained some players too. So that seems to be the landscape of how this is going to go from here on out.
Yeah, I don't think things are changing. I don't think it will be as widespread or as many down the road. I think COVID added a lot to the transfer portal. I think ultimately, I mean, today a player entered the portal, and I think yesterday someone entered the portal too. So it's already, going on. But I don't think the numbers will be as high, and they'll probably keep getting lower. I think to a certain point, but. We know we lost some good players, but we gained some really exciting good players also. And I think it's kind of a new era for us, a new start, a fresh start, and it's been great so far.
What did you gain? Because obviously you lost a lot of the scoring from those seniors that obviously entered. But what did you gain in terms of skill sets from some of the girls that are now part of this program?
I think we're a lot deeper, and I think we'll have way more balanced scoring, which is harder to guard. We'll definitely be better defensively, which was our, kind of our part last year that we didn't really do very well, I guess you would say. I think we were top 25 in the country in offensive efficiency, but on the defensive side, we weren't as stingy as we should be, and we're a lot better defensively already this year, and still have a ways to grow. So, I think that bodes well for the season.
This team always has shooters, and you've got more shooters again this year. It's kind of a feather in your cap that people want to be here, maybe because of how you coach basketball. So, what do you think is attractive about this system that makes people want to be a part of Youngstown State?
I mean, definitely the tradition of leading the league in three pointers and for I don't know what it is, huh? 7 years in a row. I mean, so if you're a good shooter, they tend to want to be here. But our post play has been very dominant. I mean, we've had an all conference post player. I think 7 of the 8 years that I've been here in terms of some type of award, freshman of the year, any all conference awards. So I think that balance of inside outside has been a good combination for us, and it attracts post players because they've normally been our leading scorers, and shooters because we shoot a lot of threes, and it's a good program for shooters too.
So in addition to all the new players, we also have a new assistant coach and the recruiting coordinator, Chelsea Butler. So what have you seen from her so far that makes her a good addition to the coaching staff?
Chelsea's been great. She's very outgoing, very easy to talk to. I think the players have been really drawn to her already. She really cares about the players. She's got a lot of connections in Ohio in terms of recruiting. She played for one of the top club teams in Ohio. So all of those things, and even the big. I mean, she really wanted to be here. She grew up in Minerva, not far from here, getting closer to home, closer to her mom. So I think it's been great, and we're really happy to have her here.
What's it mean to have Chelsea for our fifth season?
Well, that was probably the most crucial thing for her to decide to come back. I mean, her unselfishness, her leadership, her obviously abilities on the court, and for so many newcomers, we needed that stability. And she's had a great summer, great fall so far, and just kind of continued where she left off.
How about this challenge of next Tuesday at Eastern Michigan? Because obviously didn't have that opportunity last year to kind of play on that stage, and it's a lot of the reason why these girls came here is to play those kind of games.
It's big. I mean, it really hurt us not having any non-conference games and actually losing the first two conference weekends last year. So even just the scrimmages that we've had have allowed us to get better. Watching film and learning from it, we grew a lot from the first to the second, and the second one to Eastern Michigan, we're gonna grow a lot more from that. So it's gonna be tough. They're very well coached, good team in the MAC and on the road. So it'll be a challenge, but ultimately we're trying to get our team the best prepared that we can for conference season and see if we can make a run there.
Off of that, what's the outlook on the Horizon League this year?
The Horizon League is just tough, very tough on the women's side. I think IUPUI, they got picked to win it. They're the team to beat. They have 3-time Conference Player of the Year, Macy Williams, back for her fifth year. A couple other really good starters back, and then they added some transfers also through the transfer portal. So I think they'll be the team to beat to get to the title. And then you have the NKUs and Milwaukee's nipping at the heels, and Green Bay, obviously they're always tough to contend with. And so you're gonna have to bring it at a really high level, night in, night out, to give yourself a chance.
Coach, of all the newcomers, Lily Ritz seems to be one that you're excited about and it's going to play a big role for you. So what have you seen from her? What does she do well, and what does she add to the team?
Well, Lily adds a big post presence that we lost from the transfer portal, and this summer and into the fall and into our scrimmages. I mean, she's just done a great job rebounding, scoring. She finds the open player. I haven't, for her, she gets the ball and looks, and if there's cutters open, she can hit them, and and that creates a lot of problems for the defense when you get a post that can really pass and make good decisions down there. So it's exciting to have her with us, but there's several transfers that have really made an impact. Paige Shy, Megan Callahan, Lindsay Mack, Lindsay Leonard is 6'4", really long, almost 6'5", with her length, creates a lot of problems in there too. So we're really excited what the portal did for us, really.
Nice to have Megan on your team this year instead of having to play against her.
Yeah, it definitely is. I mean, playing against Megan, it was always tough because you had to have someone literally on her at all times, and that takes away help defense and some of the other things that you're trying to do. And just her toughness and mental toughness and physical toughness and scrappy play has really brought our team's level, brought it up to a new level. The team and staff voted her a captain, which is quite an honor, especially she's only been here 4 or 5 months. But it just shows the type of kid she is and her will to help her teammates and the team be the best that they possibly can.
Coach, you have to do a double take with Chelsea wearing 14 this year?
Nope, I don't really, to be honest, like that. I didn't even look at that, So the other team, now when other teams switch their numbers, then I have a problem. But for our kids, it's not an issue.
Who were those 2 scrimmages against? Were those inter-squad scrimmages?
Those were scrimmages against outside competition. I don't know how much I'm allowed to say about it. So yeah.
So looking back to last season, last year you guys started so late in the year, and now this season you're starting at the earliest start in program history, November 9th. So what have you done to make sure your players are ready in time for the season?
I mean, I think the biggest thing was being able to have the whole team here in the summer. They came, I think it's July 6th or something like that, and we were able to get in our fundamentals on the offensive side and defensive side, and be able to slowly put those things in. So we were ready for fall to really hit the ground running when they came back for classes. And you never feel completely ready, but I feel good about where we are and the direction we're headed, and we'll be as ready as we can be come the 9th.
And speaking of classes, last season you guys, for the second consecutive year, had the second best team GPA in all Division I athletics. So is that something you really push on your players to strive for? Is the academic success?
We talk a lot about it in the recruiting process. Ultimately, that's why they're here. To get a great education, and to have a high GPA allows them the opportunity to get the best jobs out there. I think playing Division I college basketball puts a lot of pressure and time constraints and things. And when an employer sees that not only did they play at the highest level, college basketball, but they have a 3.8 GPA, that gives them a great chance to get really good jobs, which are hard to come by. So very proud of them for what they've done for the last, I don't know, 9 of 10 years or 10 of 12 years or something, being in the top 25 in the NCAA Division One women's basketball GPA. And we're going to try to do. My staff is great working with the players. The academic advisor Marty does a fantastic job too. So it's a lot of different people that help, but ultimately the players have to want to do it, and they've done a great job committing themselves to the books too.